At 25 years old, Grant Cardone was a drug addict, broke, directionless, and invisible. He had nothing, no money, no plan, no future. But somehow, that man became the owner of over $4 billion in real estate. How do you go from absolute rock bottom to a billion-dollar empire? He was born in 1958 in Lake Charles, Louisiana, a working-class city baking in the southern heat. Not the place anyone would point to and say, "That's where future billionaires come from." Grant grew up in a house with 5 kids, a hard-working father, and a world that expected nothing extraordinary from him. But when Grant was 10 years old, his father died. Just like that. The person who was supposed to show him how to be a man, gone. And the family was left to figure out the rest on their own. By the time Grant reached his mid-20s, he was in free fall. He'd tried selling cars, failed. He was using drugs. He had nothing to show for his life. And here is where most stories end. But this one does not end here. At 25, Grant Cardone checked into rehab, and something shifted. Not because someone rescued him, not because the world gave him a break, but because he made a decision, the only decision that ever actually works. He was going to go all in, on everything. Not 10% in, not 80%, all of it. But what happened next would surprise even the people closest to him. He went back to car sales, the same industry that had already rejected him. But this time, different. He was obsessive. He studied, he called, he closed. He stopped accepting average as a standard. He stopped treating reasonable effort like a virtue. And from those grinding sales floors, he distilled everything into one idea. Whatever you think you need to do, multiply it by 10. Whatever goal you have, 10 times more. Whatever action you're willing to take, 10 times more. He called it the 10x rule. The book he wrote on that idea, published in 2011, became one of the best-selling business books in the world, and the lives it would change numbered in the millions. Cardone Training Technologies became a global sales training company. The 10X Growth Conference became one of the largest business events in the United States, drawing tens of thousands each year. And then, Grant turned his obsession toward real estate. And this is where the story gets almost unbelievable. Cardone Capital, a real estate investment firm. Over the following years, it crossed $4 billion in holdings, tens of thousands of apartment units across the country. Built by a kid from Louisiana who had nothing, who lost his father at 10, who was a drug addict at 25, who refused, absolutely refused, to let anyone else decide what his ceiling was. People ask Grant Cardone what the secret is. He never hesitates. No one ever wrote history by being reasonable. The formula isn't complicated. It never was. The only question is whether you're willing to multiply everything by 10, starting now.